Hi Libra, welcome to your October 2015 Alchemy Scope. I'm Erin with the Alchemy of Holism. So if you've been here before, you know this is a 6-pointed alchemy scope. So it's a holistic scope meant to bring forward symbols and archetypes and of the cycles that we're moving through now. So let's get into it. We recently had our new moon in Virgo, which was a partial solar eclipse that was visible down in Antarctica and Madagascar. And but affecting all of us, right? So eclipses are punctuated, they're PowerPoints for us. And let's look at the symbology for this particular new moon cycle. It was at 20 degrees Virgo, and the Sabian symbol for the new moon was a girls' basketball team. And if we look at the symbol, you know, this is talking about girls or women getting together collectively in a unit, in a team, in unity, in community, in a collective to play the game. And typically teams, when we look at these symbols, we look at the meanings that are threaded within them. So typically teams are out to win, and they are motivated, and they're cooperative, and they help each other. They're coordinated, and they work together to have a beneficial outcome. So it's interesting that this particular symbology is imbuing this cycle, which is very, very rich. It's very thick. As you've heard me say, if you've tuned into some of the other scopes I filmed this month, you know, it's a game-changing month. There's an energy flow. There's a photon surge. There's energy pulsing through the planet right now, through each of us right now. A lot of people are feeling physical effects of it, but it's happening. It's factual. The Schumann resonance of the planet has been increasing over the last few years, and it's been increasing over this summer. And there is supposed to be a crest of the wave, if you will, or the tipping point of this particular energetic surge that is moving through the solar system, that is most likely affecting the recent CMEs, the solar flares that we've been having. So yeah, we're moving through a portal of a lot of juice, a lot of intensity is going on. And there's great potential to move into a new phase of being, to move into a new phase of yourself. This is a month, Libra, to get through the dross, get through the mire, face things squarely, and really heal yourself, love yourself, honor yourself. You've been through a lot, perhaps, in the last few years, and it's time for you to be ready to step into a better version of yourself. And it might be exponentially possible. There's a lot of potentiality that's at play now. So for the next 2 weeks, I want you to really, because what's going to happen is at the end of the month, at our full moon eclipse, we're going to have an opportunity to really kind of embody a greater level of light, okay? A higher frequency. That's what's happening. Our frequency is increasing. Just like the planets has, so has our individual frequencies gone up, right? Because we're one with the planet. We're one with the planet. So let's take a look at, so a girls' basketball team is kind of the collective story, the collective energy set of this chapter. For Libras, I pull, as you know, if you've tuned in before, I pull the I Ching to take a look at the energetic cycle for Libra-centric people at this time. Now, you received a little bit of an intense one, but let's read it and then we'll talk about it. So for Libras, over the course of this new moon to new moon, mid-September to mid-October, you received the I Ching hexagram 47, oppression. And that really speaks to the feeling or the sense or the experience of failure, but we'll talk about it. So the two trigrams are lake above, water below. So notice it's 2 water elements that are comprising this particular hexagram. So let's take a look. So I'm reading from the Visionary I Ching. The image of oppression conjures up a dried up lake bed with nettlesome crows stalking the shoreline. Hard times shrivel our spirits and give rise to a multitude of crows in the form of troublesome worries. Times of great loss or personal failure break weaker people, but the strong of heart can bend with fate. To endure hard times, by the way, I haven't written this, so I don't fully agree with all of the language that this particular author uses for the I Ching. So, for example, fate is a topic for a bigger discussion. Nothing is rigid and hard. Everything is malleable and evolving. Okay, so let's just go there first. So, to endure hard times or even grow and benefit from them, it is essential to tap the deepest stratum of personal identity, Libra, which is deeper even than fate, and which is incorruptible by even the harshest realities. It is essential, in other words, to tap that wellspring of human endurance, hope. In a sense, there is no such thing as failure. There is only sweet and sour reality. The more is learned from the sour, oftentimes than from the sweet. For the oppression of failure, as hard as it may be to swallow, opens the blinds to the real world and reawakens the clarity of vision known only to those who have risked, tasted disappointment. When in the throes of hard times, it is essential to be resolute and strong on the inside while remaining quietly cheerful on the outside. Avoid too much talking except to your closest friends. Your words will have little effect on the others since your influence will be at a low ebb, and they will drain you of your vital energy. Strong silence is the most skillful posture when facing the public during adversity. It shows that your inner core is strong enough to withstand the current troubles and suggests that your recovery will be complete. At the same time, talking openly to those you trust is equally important, for in times of calamity, talking is part of healing. Keep in mind that failure, the final taboo in modern society, is but part of the inevitable cycle of life for those who dare to live fully and completely. Never to fail at all is to fail in the biggest way, by avoiding risk altogether. One cannot help but fall short of what might have been. So this is perhaps, and again, this is a general reading, but perhaps for some Libras out there, it could be that you are currently experiencing something, some event theme that is unfolding that makes you feel less than. And again, this is not going to apply to everybody. There's probably many Libras out there that are feeling a surge or maybe a freedom or something opening for you as we've had this energy surge. However, for a lot of people, for a lot of different signs, there's much that still is stuck that is asking to be cleared and moved through so that you can actually be more of a channel of light. So this is what I'm going to say before we move on to the spread, actually. I am currently offering 90-minute in-depth Skype sessions because this month is heavy and there's a lot for people to become clear about. Know who you are. What is your soul print? What archetypes are embedded within you? What symbols are embedded within you? What is your natal chart telling you about what wants to be eclipsed out this month and what wants to be generated or birthed anew? You are at a beautiful crux, a tipping point of self, Libra. And if you need clarity, if you're feeling confusion, or if you're feeling like you need to be directed, you need clarity to direct your path, reach out. There'll be a link here on the video and there'll be one underneath as well. So yeah, so that probably seems a little bit heavy, that particular I Ching cycle, but it's a cycle. It's just an ebb and flow, okay? So I've already shuffled the cards. This is my series deck, my custom deck that I use for myself. And let's go ahead and pull it. Let's see what's going on, okay? So what's going on for Libra? Okay. Okay, Libra, I have to tell you, it's not the happiest spread. I mean, I wish I could tell you that the information is coming up roses, but it does look like, at least for a portion of you out there, it could be a time where you're really being pushed. You're really being pushed to move beyond your own limits, beyond your issues right now. So freedom of being is going to be kind of a topic for you. However, you're going to be, and again, this is, when I pull the spread, what I'm asking is, what main event or circumstance or theme is coming forward for at least the majority of Libra-centric people this month during the cycle? So the center card is this cannot be known or unknown. Like, it's the unknown, it's mystery. So Libra, what I want to share with you is this. There have been, for many people, elements of our path that have been kind of veiled, that's been a little bit mysterious. And I feel I know the reason for that. For you, and I'll tell you in a second, but for you, you might be feeling unsure about what direction to take, what choices to make with regards to a project or a relationship or a move or something. There's stuff that's remaining a mystery for you that is the central core. I do believe that this is happening for a reason, because it's not just happening for perhaps some of you out there, but it's happening for many. And I think we're all very much called, being directed to tune in, go within, meditate, get still, and really tune into your body system. You really want to connect to the truth that is actually accessible within. So we can get our answers when we go within. So it's literally like we're being trained or kind of given this veil of knowledge in some respects, so that we are forced to actually really hone our skills at becoming tuned, so that our body becomes a mechanism through which we gain the answers we seek in the future, because we're becoming alchemists. That's the Alchemist Awakened channel. I mean, we're transmutating into like a new human. And part of that has to do with changing how our relationship to the body, how we think about life, our perspectives, our beliefs, how we relate to our own body system, it's almost like we're learning to use it as a cooperative system. It is our friend and it wants to help us, but it can help us tune into truths. So let's see what else is coming up. So there's some opportunity, Libra, for you that wants to be improved, and it's remaining a mystery. So improving some opportunity. This could easily be a project or a work opportunity. It could also be a living opportunity like home, but that doesn't feel as much like that. It feels like for most of you, this is in regards to a new kind of project or a new work opportunity, something that's going to take you in a new direction, not necessarily home, although it could be. Yeah, oh, Libra. I mean, I only laugh because many people are going through this. You're feeling, or at least again, some portion of you out there are feeling that you're not getting signs, that you're not receiving the signs that you are seeking. So for example, if some of you out there are going through oppressive situations where it's serious, you're feeling really at the tail end of your ability even to cope with certain things, it can be awful. Like if we feel that we're praying or we're asking and it doesn't seem that anything's coming in, It's like there's a mystery that won't solve. If you're going through something like that right now, it's part of the cycle. It's part of the cycle, and actually it's serving function. As I've said a million times before, and I'll continue to say it because people don't like hearing it all the time. Everything serves function, even the failures. In fact, the failures actually, as the I Ching said, it's really those things that push us into a new evolution of ourselves, catalyze a new catapulting, you know, of growth. So, dear Libra, listen, the improved opportunity, whatever it is, will emerge in divine right timing. It is part of the opportunity and your growth and all of this that we're going through together is all webbed together. It's all synchronistic. It's all symbiotic. It's all one kind of moving, animate unit of expression and of evolution. Your opportunity will come. The mystery will be solved. And I have to tell you, I really feel like by the end of, well, I do think that there's going to be radical clarity at some level by the end of this month. But even in October, if you're still feeling like things aren't quite clear, relax into it, surrender into it. Know, trust that the answers are coming. It's just a cycle. It's just a cycle. So Libra, let's go ahead and take a look. This is Carolyn Mrs. Archetype card deck. And again, I like to pull up what quality sets are asking to come up through you, to mature through you this particular cycle. What will help you? What's asking? What is your higher self asking you to evolve? So let's see what's coming up for Libra. Qualities for Libra. What's coming? Companion is coming up. Let me read it. Actually, I'll show it to you first and I'll read it. Companion. So the lower frequency manifestations of companion, Libra, are betrayal by misusing confidences, loss of personal identity, and then what is wanting to be matured is loyalty, tenacity, unselfishness. I will tell you too, what I really am urged to tell you right now. This is about being a companion to yourself first and foremost. So love yourself, honor yourself, connect with yourself this month. We'll pull up the Ascended Master, and also I have a present for you. I have an animal spirit that we're going to call forward as well. And then, of course, the Dakini. This is about being a good companion. This is about loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. So it's about others, but it's also about self. That's really kind of what I'm drawn to tell you right now. Be a companion to yourself. Be your own best friend. Especially this month, especially if for some of you out there going through some difficulties, love yourself, like love yourself through it. I love that. Matt Kahn uses that a lot. It's like whenever there's any pain or hole, you love that. That's all it is. It's directing you to love it. And it's directing you to love the inner wound. It's always that way. Always, always, always. Okay. So let's take a look. What Ascended Master is coming up for Libra? Choose peace. Yogananda. Let me read this from, let me show you the card. So this is Choose Peace, Libra. Beautiful. A great card, especially with all that's coming up this month, huh? Let me read this. This is, of course, Doreen Virtue's, here we go. This is her deck. So Choose Peace. Paramahansa Yogananda. In this situation, choose the path of peace. As you think about your various options and possible outcomes, choices, mystery, not being clear, which brings the greatest feeling of peace to your body and mind? This is your answer. Did I not just say that? Libra, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Chills running right now. It really is. I mean, what I said before really is the truth that I've gleaned over the course of the last 6 weeks or so, is that mysteries in my life, things that have been a mystery for me, have been veiled. There have been things that I've not been able to access. And it's because I've been told, I've understood that I am to hone my body system to align with bliss. The feeling of bliss is your compass, see? And it's a training. We have to retrain ourselves to do this because we collectively, humans, have been so disconnected from nature, so disempowered through reductionism and all kinds of things. So choose peace. This is about going within, connecting with yourself. Find the answer you seek by finding the most peaceful sense or feeling, the sensation within your body. So for example, if you don't know, you have no idea what direction to take regarding a project or a relationship or a place to move or whatever it is, go sit in meditation, sit in stillness, and go through each one. And you sit for as many minutes as you need to for each one. And you just think about, let's say you have 5 choices. You sit and you think about that and you make note about how your body feels when you think about it. And then you go to the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. These are your options. And you're tuning into your body system to get the answer. We're being trained. The mystery is, it's our training. This is just reinforcing what your big theme is this month. It's very juicy. It's very aligned. It's very aligned with the bigger lessons that humanity is going through now. Wow, Libra. So as I've said on some of the other scopes, I've had some beautiful interactions with animals recently. And so this is not a deck. There are no cards with this, but it's a reference manual. So as I did a few months ago, I'm going to intuitively just pull a page. So I'm going to flip to a page for Libra. And let's see what wants to come. This is an additional message for you this month. Libra. Actually, let me do that again. I went way too far to the back. It was too far. Libra. Squirrel. So let me show it to you and then I'll read it. So you're getting squirrel. Libra. Get ready for coming changes by lightening your load, clearing out and giving away any goods or material possessions that no longer serve you. The best way to deal with the challenging situation, again, talking about challenge. The best way to deal with the challenging situation that's before you is to confront it head on and be totally honest with your feelings and thoughts. Be extra vigilant and cautious right now and be willing to avoid or escape any threatening situations. Prepare for the future by gathering and storing extra food, water, clothing, candles, and money for possible later use. Although you're actively and aggressively pursuing your goals right now, you need to balance this pursuit with more socializing and play. Now, Libra, one thing that I'll bring up right now is that there is a lot going on. There have been a few earthquakes. Like, let's just get real, shall we? There's been, I think, 4 massive explosions. I guess we could call them explosions. Devastating explosions in China. There have been massive wildfires happening in the Pacific Northwest, Northern California, and Oregon and Washington. I personally know of many people that are going through massive transitions that have actually lost homes or think that they might have. And it's big, you know, it's big. And there's been some earthquakes recently too, just in the last couple days. So, you know, it could very well be that the oppression that's being felt by at least some of you out there has to do with some natural disaster. And the other thing is now there's a tsunami warning in Hawaii. So that, you know, it's big, it's juicy, like the earth is changing. The vibratory rate is activating. Not only are climate systems collapsing, sorry, I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent here, but it's important. It's very important. But the frequency is also elevating. So we have systems collapsing and we have this energetic shift that's at play. Yeah, you know, things are moving and shaking. So there are some things that are unknown, and this unknown too could be referring to a situation where there has been maybe some past devastation, and which way forward is just unclear. So it could be more mundane, that, you know, you're fine, you're healthy, and this is just about making decisions about, you know, work or a project, or it could be something more serious for some of you out there. So if the case, you know, I send so much love to you. It's big. There's lots of shifts going on, everybody. Okay. So let's dive into loving each other, because that's really what this is about. This is all about elevating ourselves and elevating the planet alongside it, alongside ourselves, or along with. So let's take a look. Now, I have to tell you, your Dakini is a very powerful one, and it just seems to fold right into everything that's come up. So the Dakini. So when I pull up this final component of the Alchemy Scope, Libra, this is in reference to the 64 Yogini Dakinis of India. So it's this pantheon of these 64 archetypal aspects of the feminine. And Penny Slinger has created the 64 Dakini Oracle with kind of transmuted Dakinis. A lot of them still the same or replicating the same as the Indian Dakinis, the Yogini Dakinis, but they're altered, and some of them are more modern and more new. This one's an ancient one. You received for the embodiment, so for who you are to become this month over the course of this cycle, in order to optimally be able to flow with what's happening for each of you out there this month, you received, Libra, 43 Durga. And Durga is a very powerful Dakini. Let me read it here. This is Penny Slinger. Durga brings the fire of the gods to earth and washes away all negativity which flows like blood. Who is Durga? Durga is the Hindu warrior goddess who was created by the gods in order to overcome lower forces. They each bestowed a special attribute upon her and gave her the weapons she holds. Durga in Sanskrit means the one who is invincible and indomitable. You can get through this, Libra. This is about you becoming Durga this month. She was created as a warrior goddess to fight an asura, which is an inhumane demonic force, which none of the gods could defeat. Durga is worshipped as the great protectress, destroyer of evil, and preserver of truth, divine law. She preserves righteousness. In some of the 64 Yogini temples on which the system is based, Durga is the principal Yogini from which all the other Yoginis or Dakinis emanate. During the Hindu goddesses' battles with the forces of inhumanity, in the form of the demon called Raktabija, 8 Yoginis emanate from the body of Durga to assist her in battle. These 8 in turn become 64, which form the circle of the 64 Yoginis. The Yoginis are also connected with the Matrikas, or mother goddesses. Durga's vehicle is a tiger, She is the radiant, invincible one. You are the radiant, invincible one, Libra. You are this month. An embodiment of creative feminine force, Shakti. Durga exists in a state of independence, self-sufficiency, and fierce compassion, Libra. That is you. That is who you are to become this month. The Dakini transmission. I am Durga, gift from the gods. My loins quiver, ready for the battle of love. For surely I see no distinction. The affirmations. I have strength. I am invincible. I am endowed with goddess-given skills that help me be victorious in any situation. I am Shakti. Okay, I'm going to read that again. I have strength. In fact, I think you should say this with me. I'll say it and you should repeat it out loud if you can. I have strength. I am invincible. I am endowed with goddess-given skills that help me be victorious in any situation. I am Shakti. Oh, Libra. That felt very powerful. I send you so much love. I will have some other videos, some tools, some helping tool videos that will come out this month. Although I have to tell you that time is flying, like hours are flying, weeks are flying. It's already the middle of this month and oh, stunning. There's lots going on. I mean, things are expediting. There's definitively a quickening going on. I'm certainly experiencing it. So the plan though is to have more tools, videos that are not these scopes, that are other tools so that you can actually embrace your alchemist that is awakening, because it is. So I send you love, and keep in mind 90-minute in-depth sessions are available for you. If you want to get to the root of what's going on for you, if you want to get to the root of your soul print, what you're here to do, be, become, embody, what archetypes you're here to actually evoke the qualities from, what area of life is actually calling you to really pay attention to it now, get in contact. So the links will be here or down below, okay? Libra, sending you love. I'll talk to you soon.